Go around. Windshear ahead. Windshear ahead. Windshear ahead.
Windshear, windshear, windshear.
John 06, Spark Ausgefahren für Regel.
5-2.
This video starts in the downwind for runway 06 at Unterwesen. You'll see that it is quite an interesting circuit with terrain on both sides of the airfield to contend with. I captured this landing on video some time ago when I was on my first visit to Unterwesen, and it's just been collecting dust on my disc. Now I've finally got a chance to share it. If you've never experienced a bounced landing, here is what it looks like. This is the second worst landing I can remember making. The first worst was a PIO that I got into while being a baby pilot learning with the Air Force. Fortunately, that never got caught on camera, but it was in similar conditions, a gusty wind passing over obstacles. It's normal here to fly the circuit with rather more airspeed than normal. There is plenty of runway, so stopping distance is not really a consideration, and the extra speed gives a good margin while being so close to terrain and more options in the case of gusts. This day feels particularly gusty, so I'm keeping the speed relatively high.
Ik schön hoch mit der LS4 über den Netzwerk, noch rein.
Just as I was getting to the later stages of the flare, it felt as if the glider dropped out from underneath me. It was more an instinct than anything to stuff the brakes away and squeeze back on the stick. I'll go back through it in slow motion to see what happened. There's a pronounced drop in airspeed just as I felt the glider drop. That could have been a gust or self-induced by me squeezing open the brakes. Since I still have flying speed and with the brakes almost closed, I get airborne again. This is the point where it is possible to make things better or much worse. The thing I learned from my first PIO is making big inputs to correct things makes things worse. Human reaction and aeroplane response time are usually perfectly out of sync. All I do is think pitch and put the glider back into a landing attitude to prevent a second hard touchdown, then let the glider do its thing. It's not pretty, but in the end, it's not that much of a drama. Have you had any horrible landings? If you are feeling brave, post a video link in the comments. I'm sure it can be a learning experience for us all. It's already been a busy summer of flying, so click subscribe and join me on another adventure soon.